Hello. Today we will be discovering how to effectively lead a small group Bible study. As the leader, what are some steps that you can take to develop a small group and really dive into God's Word at the most effective rate as you possibly can? And there's a lot that goes into leading a small group Bible study. However, for time's sake, today we'll only be talking about two of the most important factors when considering becoming a leader of a Bible study. Now, the first of which that we will talk about is how to really prepare for the Bible study. Good preparation is always, always, always key in order to be a great leader to others around you. And with that being said, how you prep for a Bible study is just going through the Word over and over and over and just rereading it and just letting the Spirit move in your own heart is something that I've personally had experience with, is just letting the Spirit move your own heart before you go and pour into the lives of the people you're around. It's just so important. It's so just keep rereading the passage until the Spirit moves your heart. And while you're doing that, you can often come up with great questions to ask the Bible study group. And by doing that, by asking questions, it develops an intimacy within the group as they all answer and as everyone discusses the subject freely. A research article that I came about from Cyrene, she wrote in the Journal of Instructional Psychology that self-disclosure is said to develop intimacy within our relationships. Self-disclosure is just such an key element in leading a Bible study, how to get the people to share information to each other freely and not to judge one another, but just to share information and discuss the topic at hand is a awesome way in order that you can lead a small group Bible study that may consist of extroverts and introverts. Asking good questions can ultimately open up every person in the group. With that being said, Gallanes in 2009 said that leaders dominating a small group tend to make the group ultimately not as effective. By dominating the group, I mean that the leader speaks and speaks and speaks and speaks and preaches the whole time, but doesn't incorporate the rest of the group within the text. And that's something to keep aware of as you're leading a group, is to not talk too much during the small group Bible study, but to plant questions and plant seeds into the minds of the people around you is so important to remember, is that it's not all about you. It's actually more about the people you're around. Um, and those are just some of the key things that you can look at as far as preparation goes. And another element in leading a small group effectively is just to be fun and just to be patient and have fun with it. In fact, an interesting research article that I came across from Levine in 2010, in the communication monographs, they studied charisma and how that affects a group. Charisma they found to be strong, charming, and being able to speak well in front of other people. So in order to lead effectively, I also consider, how do I be charismatic to the people around me? How do I bring that passion to the table? Not to be monotone the whole time, but just to really let the Spirit move within you. And just to be patient within the small group as well. It reminds me of a verse from Psalms 37:7 that says, "Wait patiently for the Lord." And that's probably the one thing that I would love to leave you with today, is just to be patient in the Lord as you're leading a Bible study. Let Him work, and it's amazing how many lives can be changed if you just let the Spirit work. Thank you for listening. Here are my notes.